Did you know that in just 2 weeks, if your body doesn't get the right vitamins, your leg muscles could lose up to 10% of their strength? And sometimes, they might never fully bounce back. I'm Dr. Robert Peterson. I'm 92 years old, and after spending more than 6 decades caring for thousands of older adults, I've come to realize something important. Weak legs aren't just a natural part of aging. They're your body's way of asking for help. Today, I'm going to walk you through 3 specific types of vitamins. When used correctly together, they've helped hundreds of my patients regain strength in their legs within just days. Even patients who had nearly given up hope, you're going to learn exactly which vitamins your muscles and nerves are crying out for. How to take them easily and affordably. And some everyday mistakes many people make that unknowingly cause their legs to get weaker over time. If you believe your health is something worth investing in, not something to leave to chance, click that subscribe button and leave a comment below saying, "I'm ready to change." That way, I'll know you're right here, walking this journey alongside me. Let's begin with a real story, Evelyn's story. She's 78 years old and one of the most determined people I've ever met. When Evelyn first came to see me, she could barely walk a few steps without holding tightly onto her son's arm. Her legs were trembling like they might give out at any moment. I'll never forget her expression. She looked exhausted, a little embarrassed, as if losing her balance was something to feel guilty about. "Doctor," she said softly, her voice shaky, "I don't get it. I eat normal meals. I try to walk a little every day. But my legs just keep getting weaker." Her son jumped in, concern written all over his face. "My mom used to be so strong. But since Dad passed, she rarely leaves the house. It started with small things. She stopped gardening, she didn't want to go for walks. Then one day, she couldn't even go down the stairs on her own. She thinks it's just part of getting old." That phrase, "just getting old," I've heard it more times than I can count. But let me be very clear, I don't believe in simply accepting that decline. Because more often than not, it's not age, it's a nutritional deficiency. When I asked Evelyn what she usually ate, she told me, mostly white bread, a little cheese here and there, hardly any vegetables, and no milk. In fact, she'd been skipping breakfast for months because she never felt hungry in the morning. I looked at her and gently said, "Evelyn, you're not alone. Almost half of all older adults are missing at least one of the 3 most important vitamins for healthy muscles and nerves. And the longer those nutrients are missing, the harder it becomes for the body to recover." She stared at me, eyes wide, and asked, "So, what can I do now?" "We'll take it one step at a time," I told her. "No need to rush. Just small changes each day." When she came back for her checkup a few weeks later, she walked into my office, no one holding her, no cane. She smiled, surprised and glowing with newfound energy. "Doctor," she said, "I had no idea such simple changes could make such a big difference." Evelyn's story isn't unusual. You might be facing the same things. Or maybe someone you love is. You notice the legs getting weaker. Standing up feels harder. But I want to reassure you, this can change. In just a moment, I'll share the 3 most important vitamins that older adults often lack, vitamins that play a critical role in keeping your legs strong. But first, let's check in with your own body. Have you ever woken up, put your feet on the floor, and hesitated? That moment where you wonder if your legs can hold you? You're not alone. Studies show that nearly 60% of adults over 65 are deficient in at least one of these vital vitamins. And when that deficiency goes on too long, it not only causes muscle weakness, it can trigger a chain of problems you never expected. Let's go through a few questions together. These are simple signs that your body may be sending out as a quiet cry for help. Sign number 1, weak muscles and feeling off balance. Do you sometimes feel like your legs can't hold you up when you stand? Do they shake or feel unsteady when you walk across the room? Have you had to grab a wall or chair just to keep your balance? One patient once told me, "Doctor, I just wanted a glass of water. But it felt like my legs weren't mine anymore." This isn't just aging. A long-term lack of vitamin B12 and vitamin D can damage the nerves that control your muscles. Even if you're eating full meals, your body might not be absorbing what it needs. Sign number 2, tingling or numbness. Ever feel like ants are crawling on your feet? Or like a warm, tingling sensation runs down your legs, especially when sitting for too long? That's often a sign of low vitamin B12. When your body doesn't have enough B12, the protective coating on your nerves, called myelin, starts to wear thin. And without that insulation, the nerves send mixed up signals to your muscles. Sign number 3, muscle cramps at night. Have you ever jolted awake because of a painful cramp in your calf or foot? Maybe it only lasts a minute, but the soreness sticks around until morning. These nighttime cramps are often caused by low magnesium and vitamin D. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium, the mineral your muscles and bones depend on. Sign number 4, fatigue and lack of motivation to move. Do you find yourself tired after walking just a few steps? Did you used to enjoy shopping or gardening, but now you prefer to sit because moving feels too difficult? This could be your muscles running on empty. Even just a deficiency in vitamin D can leave you feeling drained and achy. It doesn't just affect your strength, it affects your energy, your joints, and your mood. If you said yes to more than one of these signs, please don't feel discouraged. Instead, take it as a gentle nudge from your body. It's not too late. These issues aren't permanent. And you absolutely can take action. In the next part, I'll walk you through why these 3 vitamins, B12, D, and magnesium, are the key to turning weakness into strength. And why so many older adults are missing them, even when they think they're eating well, because here's the truth, your body isn't giving up. It's just been waiting for the support it needs. There's something important I want you to remember, your body doesn't become weak just because of age. The signs we've grown used to, shaky legs, tingling feet, cramps at night, these are not simply old age. They're distress signals from your cells. Quiet cries saying, I'm missing something. Please help me. Picture your legs as a hard-working team that's been on duty for decades. Every time you take a step, keep your balance, or stand up from a chair, that team is doing its job. But even the strongest team can fall apart without the right support. And that support comes from what I call the vital trio of vitamins. Let's break them down. Vitamin B12 is the first. I tell my patients to think of B12 like the protective rubber around an electric wire. When you're young, this insulation is thick and strong. It keeps the messages flowing from your brain to your legs quickly and clearly. But as we age, that coating begins to wear thin. If you don't get enough B12, the signals get slower, weaker, or even completely blocked. That's when you feel shaky. That's when walking across the room feels like a risk. So many people have told me, "Doctor, I just wanted to pour myself a cup of tea, and my legs almost gave out." That's not just weakness, it's your nerves struggling to do their job because they're missing this one key nutrient. Next is vitamin D. I like to call this one the master key for strong muscles and bones. When we were children, our bodies made plenty of it just from playing outside. But now, most older adults don't get enough sunshine, and as we age, our skin becomes less efficient at turning sunlight into vitamin D. Without it, bones grow fragile and muscles start to shrink. It's one of the biggest reasons many older adults lose confidence in walking or even standing up. But here's the hopeful part. When my patients start getting enough vitamin D, either from sunlight or food, they often notice something incredible. They feel steadier. They rise from chairs more easily. They begin to walk without fear again. And then there's magnesium. This one doesn't get nearly enough attention, but it's just as crucial. Magnesium is like the conductor of an orchestra, coordinating how your muscles move, helping them contract and relax smoothly. When magnesium is low, cramps come out of nowhere, often in the middle of the night. Some people describe the pain like a Charlie horse that knocks the breath out of them. Then, the next morning, their legs feel sore, heavy, bruised. That's magnesium deficiency at work. Even worse, a long-term lack of magnesium can lead to irregular heartbeat, low energy, and muscle fatigue that lingers all day. But here's the frustrating part, many people eat balanced meals. And yet they're still low in all three, B12, D, and magnesium. Why? Because after the age of 60, your body doesn't absorb nutrients the way it used to, your stomach produces less acid. Your intestines process food more slowly. And the medications you rely on, antacids, diuretics, blood sugar meds, often drain your vitamin stores without you even realizing it. Every day, they quietly chip away at the nutrients your muscles need to function. Now, the most dangerous situation is being deficient in all three. That's when the problems pile on. Weak nerves. Weak muscles. Brittle bones. You stop moving as much because you don't feel stable, and the less you move, the faster your muscle mass disappears. Then the risk of falling increases. And once you fall, the road back becomes much harder, but here's the good news. Your body is not done healing, it still wants to recover. It still knows how to build strength. It just needs the right tools. Once you begin giving your body the right combination of these three vitamins, things start to shift. Your nerves begin to repair. Your muscle fibers start to grow stronger. You get out of your chair with more ease. You walk with more confidence. You feel safer in your own body. Now, I know what you might be thinking, doctor. This sounds complicated. How do I even begin? The truth is, it's not complicated at all. You don't need fancy supplements or expensive pills. You only need 3 simple steps, right from your own kitchen. Let's go over them one by one. Step 1. Add foods rich in vitamin B12 to your day. B12 is your nerve protector. But the challenge is, as you get older, your stomach struggles to absorb it, even if you're eating enough. That's why many people are low in B12 without even realizing it. So, here's what you can do. Every day, try to add 1 small portion of B12-rich food. A piece of boiled chicken. 1 hard-boiled egg. Or a serving of plain yogurt. If you don't eat meat, yogurt is an excellent option. Just make it part of your routine. Keep it simple and consistent. Even small amounts, eaten daily, can make a big impact. Step 2. Boost your vitamin D with sunlight and food. Vitamin D is the powerhouse for your bones and muscles. Most people don't get nearly enough because they avoid the sun or aren't eating the right foods. Here's what I recommend. Spend 10 to 15 minutes outside each morning. You don't need harsh midday sun. Just gentle light on your face and arms. Even sitting near a sunny window helps, and in your meals. Include salmon or sardines twice a week. These are full of vitamin D and also support brain health. If fish isn't your thing, fortified milk or plant-based milk with added vitamin D is a great alternative. Again, it's not about eating large amounts, it's about regular, small servings. Step 3. Give your muscles magnesium. Magnesium is your muscles' rhythm keeper. Without it, your legs cramp, spasm, and grow tired. You don't need pills. Just add magnesium-rich foods to your daily meals. Pumpkin seeds or almonds make great afternoon snacks. Dark leafy greens like spinach or Swiss chard are excellent with dinner. And one of my favorite nighttime tips, eat half a banana before bed. It helps prevent those painful midnight cramps and also supports deeper sleep. Now here's something people often overlook. Timing matters. Try to eat your animal protein, like chicken or eggs, during breakfast or lunch. This gives your body more time to absorb B12 during the day. Magnesium-rich foods are better later, like afternoon snacks or at dinner. And remember, don't cook your eggs or vegetables on high heat. Overheating destroys delicate vitamins and makes them harder to digest. In all my years of practice, I've seen so many people turn things around with just these steps. They didn't rely on costly supplements. They just built balanced meals, and stuck with it. If your legs feel weaker today than they did a month ago, don't lose hope. Your body is not broken. It simply needs a little help. It's ready to heal, to rebuild, to move again. In the next part, I want to share with you a few real-life stories, people just like you who started with doubt but ended up walking taller than they had in years. They didn't just restore their strength, they rediscovered faith in their own bodies. And you can too. Now, you might still be wondering, does this really work? Can eating a few specific foods and getting a little sunlight truly make that big of a difference? I completely understand the doubt. After all, when you've lived with weak legs, cramps, or fatigue for months or even years, it's hard to believe that something so simple could turn things around, but in my 60 years of practicing medicine, I've seen it happen again and again. Not just with numbers on a chart, but with real people. People like Michael. Michael is 82 years old. He spent his life working as a mechanic, always on his feet, always using his hands. But when he came to me, he couldn't walk for more than 5 minutes without getting painful cramps in both legs. Every night, he sat hunched over the edge of his bed, sweat dripping down his face from the pain. "Doctor," he told me, "I think I'll end up in a wheelchair. I don't want to be a burden on my kids." He had almost given up, but I looked at Michael and said, "Your muscles aren't done yet. They're just worn out, and they're missing the nutrition they need to do their job." He nodded, quietly. He had nothing left to lose, so he agreed to try a new plan. Nothing extreme. No pills. No therapy. Just food, sunlight, and patience. We kept it simple: 10 minutes of morning sunshine, a piece of salmon or a hard-boiled egg for lunch, half a banana before bed, a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds in the afternoon. The first week, he felt no change. But by the 3rd week, the night cramps stopped. By the 6th week, he was walking around his garden again. And 2 months later, he walked into my office on his own, pulled out a chair, and sat down without assistance. He looked at me, smiled, and said, "I thought I was done. But I'm not." That wasn't a miracle. That was biology. That was his body finally getting what it had been begging for: you are not any different. Whether you are 70, 80, or 90, your body still wants to move. Your legs haven't given up on you, they're just waiting for a signal from you that says, "I'm not giving up either." And when you take even one small step, your body listens. That's why before we close today, I want to share what I call the 5 golden principles. These are the simple habits that have helped my patients, like Evelyn, like Michael, get back on their feet. Literally, golden principle number 1, never skip breakfast, and never eat it in a rush. Your muscles need fuel early in the day. 1 boiled egg. A cup of yogurt. Even a slice of chicken from the night before. These foods give your body the B12 and energy it needs to stay steady. When you skip breakfast, your muscles run low and you start your day weaker than you should. Golden principle number 2, spend 10 minutes in the morning sun, just 10 minutes before 9 a.m. You don't need to sunbathe or be in harsh heat. A little gentle light on your arms and face helps your body make vitamin D, which keeps your bones strong and your balance steady. Golden principle number 3, eat 1 serving of fish or eggs every day, a small piece of salmon, sardines, or 1 boiled egg. These are packed with vitamin D and B12. You don't need a large portion, just enough to keep your levels healthy and your nerves functioning. Golden principle number 4, add magnesium with seeds and greens. Eat a small handful of pumpkin seeds or almonds each day. Add dark greens like spinach or kale to dinner. These foods help your muscles relax and stop those nighttime cramps that wake you from sleep. Golden principle number 5, don't wait until it's bad to take action. So many people wait until they lose their balance. Until they fall. Until they're already in pain. But the body heals faster when you support it early. The sooner you start, the stronger your legs will become, and the safer and more independent you'll feel. You might still be thinking, but I'm already older. Do these small things really matter? Let me tell you, they matter more now than ever. Because the truth is, it's not giant steps that bring back your strength. It's the smallest actions, done consistently, that create the biggest changes. If remembering all of this feels overwhelming, just hold on to these 2 sentences: I am not helpless. Every day, I will do 1 small thing to help my body. Say these words to yourself each morning. And say them again before you sleep. Let them be your reminder that strength doesn't come all at once, it comes from showing up for yourself, again and again. Right now, maybe you're sitting in your favorite chair. Maybe your knees ache. Maybe you've been feeling frustrated, or even a little scared. That's okay. That's human. What matters is that you've made it this far in our conversation. That tells me something powerful: you still have hope. And that hope is enough to begin. Let's make tomorrow your first step. When you wake up, eat a full breakfast. Let the morning light warm your skin for a few minutes. Breathe deeply. And say to yourself, I'm doing this because I deserve a body that is strong, steady, and free. If this video has helped you in any way, please click subscribe so I can keep sharing these gentle reminders and powerful stories with you each week. And leave a comment below. Tell me which symptoms you've been facing and what small change you're going to make first. I promise I'll do my best to read every one. If someone you care about is also struggling with leg weakness or balance, please share this with them. One small video can change the entire course of someone's health. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm Dr. Robert Peterson, and I want you to remember, it's never too late to take care of your health. Your legs, your muscles, your nerves, they're not done yet. They're just waiting for you to say, I still believe in what my body can do. I wish you peace, strength, and steady steps, every morning. Take care.